Number 11 Baylor men's basketball lost to number 25 BYU 78-71. And I'm going to address this up front. This was a ref show for both sides. I'm not talking about Baylor advantage or BYU advantage. I'm just talking about it in general, and it was a very physical game. Physical enough that BYU player Richie Saunders got a flagrant one. And I knew that foul was at least a flagrant one. To be, he's very fortunate to not be a flagrant two. To be honest, it could have been a flagrant two. But anyway, and even there was a technical foul on the BYU bench, too. I mean, I'm just telling the truth. And after both instances, BYU responded in a positive way. And Baylor didn't have an answer. I'm just telling the truth. And there was a little bit of foul game at the very end, but it's just not worth it to me to go over that part. Especially it was meaningless at the very end. It's come on. Just let it go. Okay, I'm going to go over stats for the game. And I'm apologize if I'm looking down because I cannot memorize every single stat. Points out turnovers favor BYU 15-14. Fast break points favor Baylor 11-5. Points in the paint favor Baylor 38-30. So at halftime, BYU was up 42-37. Baylor started fast, but BYU responded. I mean, it's a different animal to be on the road instead of at home, especially in altitude. And Baylor's coming off of a game against West Virginia, so they're literally traveling all the way to cross. So I could tell they were probably fatigued. In the second half, BYU scored 36 points. Baylor scored 34. And Baylor didn't shoot the ball bad in this game overall from the field. 49% on 51 attempts. However, 25% on threes on 20 attempts. 76.2% from the free throw line on 21 attempts. 30 rebounds, 7 of those offensive. 8 assists, 5 steals, 2 blocks, 9 turnovers, 17 fouls, and how many points off the bench? Okay, 4 plus 2, that's 6 plus 6. That's 12 plus 3 from Langston Love, who did play. That's 15 points, and unfortunately, Langston Love got hurt. So, I don't know what's going to be from here on out for him, or let alone the next game. I just hope he's all right. And the crazy thing is, Baylor and BYU were tied at 54 apiece. Advantage BYU the rest of the way. I mean, I'm just telling the truth. And 3 double-digit scores for Baylor in this game. That combined for 15 plus 13 is 28 plus 13. That's 41 points, and it's not including 1, 2, 3 players with 6 or more points. 6 plus 6, that's 12 plus 9, that's 21. And BYU had, 5 plus 8, that's 13 plus 13. That's 26 points off the bench. And 4 double-digit scores that combined for, 14 plus 10, that's 24. Plus 13, that's 37. Plus 13, 50 points. And it's not including 1, 2, 3 other players that score 6 or more points that combine for, 9 plus 6, that's 15 plus 8, that's 23 points. And they didn't shoot good as Baylor in this game. 43.9% from the field on 66 attempts. However, they were killing Baylor from the three-point line. 38.89% from the three-point line on 36 attempts, which is 14 makes. That's 42 points right there. 6 for 9 on free throws. Some of it was foul game. I'll say that. 39 rebounds, 16 of those offensive. And just imagine all of the second chance points that BYU got in this game. That was the big difference. Besides the three-point shooting. I mean, and BYU was just not missing. Especially from Khalifa from BYU. I mean, 4 for 6. 20 assists. 3 steals. 3 blocks. 7 turnovers. 18 fouls. And granted, I know Jackson Robinson had 3 three-pointers and Trevin Nell as well. But you get the whole point. They're big. When you have a big that can step out and make threes, that is difficult to guard. And this is a huge resume-boosting win for BYU for the NCAA tournament. Maybe it moves them up to the 5 seed and all this. And I expect Baylor dropping the rankings now and BYU to move up. And it does not get any easier for Baylor the rest of the games. As we all know, no nights off in the Big 12. They got to play number 2 Houston next, but luckily that game is at home. And then you got to go on the road to TCU, which TCU beat Baylor in triple overtime if y'all don't remember. Then you got Kansas at home. That's probably ranked in the top 10. Probably, but you never know. For sure top 15 or top 20. But you get the whole point. Then you got Texas at home. And then Texas Tech on the road, which Baylor beat them last time. And I know Texas Tech did not have Warren Washington because of injury. Now, BYU, what's the remaining of their schedule? This is besides conference tournament, by the way, for both of these teams. You got to go on the road to Kansas State, which Kansas State's not going to make the NCAA tournament. Let's be honest. Unless they win the conference tournament. But you got to be careful of that game, BYU. And you got to go on the road to Kansas after that. Yikes. I mean. And then you got TCU at home. You got to go on the road to Iowa State. That's not easy either. And you got Oklahoma State at home, which you better beat Oklahoma State. Especially after you lost to them last time. So, anyways, if you like this content, hit the like and subscribe button. See you guys later on the road to 600 subscribers. Of course, ultimate goal is 1,000 more, so make money out this course. Liking the video, comment the video, really helps YouTube algorithm so more people can see it. Sharing the video does help as well, so more people can watch. And if you're watching and not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. It's free, the notification bell as well. And I just really hope Langston Lund for Baylor is going to be alright. And these guys need to get ready and be motivated for Houston now. The Baylor guys do.